Saturday is a massive, massive day of college football. We have 4 ranked versus ranked matchups on deck, 2 of those coming within the top 10. And of course, we'll be breaking down every single one of those matchups starting tomorrow right here on the channel. But there are tons of games that are flying under the radar that are still extremely significant when it comes to the college football landscape. And today, guys, we are here to break down 5 of those under the radar games and, of course, sharing our official winners. So again, welcome back to the Gridiron Expert. We're so glad you could join us today, ready to break down our Week 11 college football predictions. As always, please continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and check out everything down in the description below, including these expert picks right here. If you are not signed up for our expert picks, you are truly missing out. We're on a 62-29 run against the spread. That is over 70% right now. You are missing out big time if you have not signed up. Go sign up for those expert picks today. Win big with us, beating out over 80% of the national handicappers. We've done that each of the last 5 years. We are giving you the best customer service out of any handicapping site in the entire country, and we're winning. Every single week, we're winning. So if you want guaranteed winnings, this is a place for you. Go sign up. A full year-long subscription. That's a full 365 days. One of the lowest prices in the country. You're going to get the spread picks for these games here and plenty more. 62-29 run. Do not miss out. Go sign up today. You don't want to miss out on any more winnings. You just don't. A lot of football left to be played. Win big with us in our GE Nation. So let's take a look at our Week 11 predictions, guys. I am pretty excited for these. Even though the ranked versus ranked matchups will take precedence, right? Michigan, Penn State, Georgia, Ole Miss, those will be the big ones, right? But these are big too. We'll start up at the top. Number 8, Alabama at Kentucky. These rankings, of course, from the AP poll, not the playoff poll, since we do not have those playoff rankings for this week out just yet. But Alabama, man, here's the thing. Unless they slip up to Kentucky or Auburn, they're going to the SEC Championship. Beating LSU last weekend was huge for Alabama, and they look dang good in doing it. Jalen Milroe turned in maybe one of his best, if not the best game of the year. The defense struggled to stop Jaden Daniels, but once he went down and once they had that interception off of him, they really, really tightened up in that second half, only allowing 7 LSU points in the second half. And this is an intriguing game, though, guys. I mean, Kentucky's a team that I don't want to say is going to upset Alabama, but could give them a bit of a scare. It's a rare game against the Wildcats. Alabama playing at Kentucky for the first time since 2013. So they don't play in Lexington very often. It should also be noted that Kentucky, guys, since playing Alabama across division, they don't play very often, but they haven't scored more than a touchdown, more than 7 points against Alabama since 2009. Alabama has traditionally owned Kentucky, and we are not shocked by that. But here's the thing. This could be the case again where Kentucky fails to score more than 7 points, more than 10 points, more than 13 points. I'd be shocked if they scored over 20. Why? Because Alabama, guys, is allowing just 17.8 points per game, and Kentucky's offense has not been what we thought it would be under Devin Leary, averaging just 353 yards per game, which is 94th in the country. Leary's been wildly inconsistent. I know he's battled injuries at times. Alabama, man, what they've got to do, they stop Ray Davis and they stop the Kentucky run game. That's going to force everything on Devin Leary's shoulders. I don't think he can deliver. Jalen Milroe has another big day, just like he did last week against LSU. Alabama does not overlook the Wildcats. They take down Kentucky by double digits, remain in the college football playoff hunt. The Wildcats anxious to get an upset to shake up the college football world. They fail to do it at home. Big-time rivalry game down in Tallahassee, Miami at number 4, Florida State. Look, man, I love this rivalry game, right? I love the Canes. I love the Seminoles. This is what it's all about. But this is not a high-stakes game. You know, I love rivalry games where both teams are in it. Both teams are in conference title contention, playoff contention. Florida State's the only one that has something going for them here. This is a huge, huge game for Florida State. Not so much for Miami, other than just trying to play spoiler against their rival. You got a 6-3 Miami team who lost 20-6. 14 points, mustered 6 points at NC State last week. You've got a Florida State team that's in the top 4 in the country playing fantastic football right now. There's also a Seminoles team that's won 2 straight games over the Hurricanes, 2 in a row, including 45-3 last year. And while I do expect this game to be closer than a 42-point margin from last year, it certainly will be closer. Florida State will win. They've got home field advantage, way bigger home field advantage than Miami would have if this game was played at Miami. And ultimately, guys, if Miami wants to find a way to win this game, if the Hurricanes want to find a way to win, they're going to have a big day from their defense. Their defense isn't bad, right? They're 9th in the country versus the run, allowing just 89.2 rushing yards per game. So if they can stop Trey Benson and force Florida State to win this game solely through the air with Jordan Travis, Miami might be able to hang around, make things interesting for a while. But ultimately, Jordan Travis and his offense way better than Miami's, who's been wildly inconsistent so far this year. One day they're on, one day they're good, or off. Hot and cold Miami offense. Give me Florida State to win this game by double digits. They take down the U, remain undefeated, remain in college football playoff contention en route to an ACC championship game. Watch out, guys. That game against Louisville could get sneaky good. Rutgers at Iowa. Man, second week in a row we've had Rutgers up here. How about that? We haven't shed enough light on the Scarlet Knights in our 7 years of doing the Gridiron Expert because Rutgers, unfortunately, hasn't been very good in the 7 years we've done this channel. But the Scarlet Knights are worth talking about now. Why is this game important? It's important for a lot of different reasons if Rutgers wins. And we believe they will. If Rutgers wins this game, it would clinch their first winning season since 2014. The Scarlet Knights are already going to a bowl game. They've clinched 6 wins. A win here would be their 7th guaranteed winning season for the first time since 2014. And, more importantly maybe, from the landscape standpoint, a win for Rutgers creates chaos in the Big Ten West. And let's put it bluntly. Whoever wins the Big Ten West doesn't stand a chance, not a single chance, against Ohio State, Michigan, or Penn State, whoever emerges out of the East. Doesn't matter. But hey, making a Big Ten championship game is a big deal, right? And a Rutgers win would ensure that every team in the West has at least 3 conference losses. Iowa will be jumbled up there with Minnesota and Wisconsin, and maybe even Nebraska if they can beat Maryland. It's going to be a very, very interesting scenario if Rutgers gets the win. I believe they do. Why? Both offenses are terrible. 106th ranked offense in the country with Rutgers, 133rd ranked offense in the country with Iowa, 11th ranked defense with Rutgers versus the 16th ranked defense in Iowa. This is a game where to me, Rutgers owns the offensive advantage. They have a defense that can certainly match the Hawkeyes here. And this is a Rutgers team that under Greg Schiano has been fearless. They're not afraid to play in Kinnick Stadium. They're not afraid of Iowa and their lackluster offense. If Gavin Wimsatt and this Rutgers offense takes care of the football, they do not make mistakes, they will win this game. And I feel good about saying that. This is a Rutgers team that outplayed Ohio State last weekend. They lost, but they outplayed them. They absolutely outplayed the Buckeyes and probably, in my opinion, should have won that game. They bounce back in a big way and take down Iowa at Kinnick Stadium. Chaos ensues in the West. Won't matter in the long run, but it'll be fun to watch. Number 7, Texas at TCU. You know, it's interesting. Around this time last year, we had a Texas-TCU matchup, and the Horned Frogs were in college football playoff contention, and Texas was just mediocre at the time. And we said, hey, TCU, watch out. This could be a trap game for you. Texas could end your college football playoff hopes. And what happened? TCU went on the road to Texas, got the win behind one of the best defensive performances of the year from their squad. I think we see the exact opposite happen this year. We say, hey, Texas, watch out. TCU could ruin your college football playoff hopes. You've got to go on the road. Be mindful. Don't worry, the Longhorns defense will show up and they will show out. The TCU offense is wildly inconsistent. What else would you expect when your offensive coordinator is Kendall Briles? TCU's defense is not very good either. They're 72nd in the nation against the run, allowing over 148 rushing yards per game. Malik Murphy had some mistakes against Kansas State, but did enough to get the Longhorns the win last week against the Wildcats. He won't have to do much in this game. The Longhorns continue to feed Jonathan Brooks. They continue to pound the rock. Brooks over 1,000 yards on the year already. I believe he has another 100-yard rushing day. Texas wins this game over the Horned Frogs, maybe a little bit closer than some expect. I still think they win by roughly 10 points. Texas wins, goes to 9-1, keeps their college football playoff hopes alive. And then finally, USC at number 6 Oregon. It's on the thumbnail. I'm pumped for it because of the quarterback battle. If you love offense, this is going to be the game for you. Unfortunately, this was not the game we thought it would be back in the preseason. We were hoping this would be a top 10 showdown, top 15 showdown, a game with major Pac-12 title implications, maybe even playoff implications. But similar to the Miami-Florida State game, this game is only important for Oregon. This game means way more for Oregon than it does for USC. The Trojans have 3 losses. They're out of Pac-12 title contention. They're out of playoff contention. This team, to me, I'm afraid, may have checked out. This is a USC team that had playoff aspirations in the preseason and could very well take their 4th loss of the year on Saturday night. And they're playing an Oregon team, guys, that's number 2 in the country in offense, averaging over 539 yards per game. USC's 8th, averaging over 501 yards per game, but Oregon's offense is electric. This is an Oregon team that may be the best team in the country. They're 6th only because of that loss to Washington, a game they probably should have won. They are playing fantastic football right now, and you've got a Ducks team that has playoff aspirations, Pac-12 title aspirations to go in there, maybe get revenge over Washington, at home, at night, against a USC team that is reeling after yet another loss last weekend to Washington. This is a bad spot for USC, a good spot for Oregon. A lot of points will occur in this game, but the Oregon defense, significantly better than that of USC's, shuts down Caleb Williams. They shut down the offense. Oregon wins, again, by double digits. The Ducks move to 9-1. They inch closer and closer to the Pac-12 championship, where they may have a rematch against Washington that could serve as a college football playoff play-in game. The Ducks win big at home on Saturday night. USC guys simply just falling apart right before our eyes. So there you have it, guys. 5 underrated matchups heading into Week 11 of this college football season. The big games, the Michigan, Penn State, Georgia, Ole Miss, obviously Washington and Utah, talking about Pac-12 teams. Those games and those predictions coming out here on the channel starting tomorrow. Do not miss out on those, but you don't want to miss out on these games on Saturday afternoon. Big slate of college football coming your way, and of course we'll have you covered every step of the way right here on the Gridiron Expert. So once again, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and of course, check out everything down in the description below, including these expert picks over on thegridironexpert.com. 62-29 run against the spread. You are missing out if you have not signed up. Go sign up for those expert picks today. Full year-long subscription, some of the best picks in the country, one of the lowest prices in the country, and the best customer service you'll receive out of any handicapper in the country. Guaranteed. Go sign up and become a member of our GE Nation. And once again, as always, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time right here on the Gridiron Expert.
Yeah.